Hello, friends. This is Dave Hurwitz, executive editor at ClassicsToday.com, here with the second in Vox's reissues of Maurice Abravanel's Grieg stuff. And this second one is really rather better than the first one. So if you were looking to get him doing that music, or if you had the old Vox thing, or only had half the old Vox thing, or I don't know what, this is definitely the one to get. It's got the Gynt Suites 1 and 2, the Holberg Suite, the Norwegian dances, Opus 35, which are just delicious, and the Wedding Day at Troldhaugen from Lyric Pieces, which was not orchestrated by Grieg, but it doesn't matter. Now, Wedding Day at Troldhaugen, let's just start with that, is one of the great earworms in the history of music. I mean, once you hear it, you cannot get it out of your head. It goes... Never mind, I can't do the second one. It goes too high. Anyway, for my limited whistling range, the point is, all I have to do is read the title, and I know I'm going to be listening to it in my head for the next week. I mean, it's just unbelievably catchy and delicious, so that's fine. But let's talk about the performances of the big stuff here. Now, everybody does the Gynt Suites, everybody in the world. And there are about a bazillion really fine performances. But these have a great deal of personality to them. Whereas the other Grieg disc, which, had the, the variations and the other thingies, the other stuff. I can't even remember what was on it. No, the Lyric Suite and the other stuff. I mean, they were good, but not better or more noteworthy than everyone else's. But here, especially in the Gynt Suites, there's some real touches of character. I'm thinking, for example, in the Hall of the Mountain King. Let me take an example. In the Hall of the Mountain King, you know how the opening goes, right? It's pizzicato. Blow, 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 blow. And then the bassoons have the solo. Like that. Well, in this particular version, that the whole thing is supposed to have a lot of tension, and it's supposed to be a steady accelerando. And Abravanel realizes that in a most original way, because what he does is when the bassoon solos come in, they push the tempo on the repetitions ever so slightly. And as the repetitions of the same tune pile up, the speed increases, but within the phrase. So he still has time to really accelerate when the furious orchestral tutti breaks out and it goes, whizzing out to the end. It's really, really well done. I mean, there are things like that throughout these performances. And the woodwinds play with a great deal of character and charm. And really, they're very fine performances of music that, we all know backwards, forwards, and sideways. So, the issue with something like this, especially when you're dealing with, a second tier, third tier orchestra at the time, no matter how wonderful the conductor is and a label that was always super budgie, cheapy, budget price stuff, is there enough here to justify, another purchase, especially now these are at full price? I think for the Gynt Suites, if you're like a Grieg aficionado, as I am, I'm happy to have this. And they're really, really enjoyable. Also, the Holberg Suite is terrific. The strings do not have that super duper accurate precision, Neville Mariner type, cleanness of attack, and they don't obviously have the Berlin Philharmonic Carillon style richness and juiciness. They're kind of wiry and lean, but they do have this wonderful rustic quality. And since all of this stuff sounds like it's somehow rooted in folk music of a kind, of a type, you want that quality. I mean, it's refreshing. And that's what I hear in these performances. The Norwegian dances, too. They're just refreshing. They have that lovely quality of newness and wake up on a nice spring morning with the dew glistening on the grass. You know what I mean, right? The opening morning from the Gynt Suite was the Great Beginnings salad dressing commercial. I mean, morning, you hear it constantly in everything, television, always, all the time. It's the iconic image of morning. waking up in the morning. And so, yes, it's great for salad because salad is generally considered to be a freshness food, right? You're picking your lettuce and your carrots and whatnot. And so, and you hear that here. I mean, you hear salad dressing. It's wonderful. Vinaigrette, I mean, it's terrific. Absolutely terrific. So, do you need another Peer Gynt suite? Do you need these again if you already have them? I mean, the sound is a little better maybe than last time around on CD. Doesn't matter. They're very, very good. If you get them, you won't be disappointed. The couplings are all strong. I mean, it's really a great program. 2 Peer Gynts, Holberg, Troldhaugen, Norwegian dances. Really fine program and very, very enjoyable for that reason. So keep on listening, friends. Thanks for joining me. Take care.